Walkthrough, Part 3. You have unleashed the sands of time. Save 2. Following the cutscene showing the horrendous fate of your father, you find yourself in the Great Hall, having just cheated death. The mystery of the sands of time must be unraveled if you are to make amends for what transpired today. Here's one piece of the puzzle. There are now undead sand knights and servants wandering the halls. These beasts are fought as you would normal men, but once you strike them down, they can regenerate. The only way to stop them is by thrusting your dagger into them when they are stunned by pressing the triangle button. You get your first real taste of what combat will be like as soon as you take first sight of the Great Hall. Several baddies come at you and more will keep coming. You must continue to fight until you see a cutscene showing you sheathing your blade. That's the signal that all enemies in the room have been defeated. Your combat strategy doesn't change much, despite the increase in enemies and the need to plunge your dagger into their chests to vanquish them properly. Blocking is much more important than before, as the enemy AI kicks up a notch, allowing these villains to parry your attacks with more regularity. Sand enemies are not so much full physical beings as they are the souls made of sand. What the hell does that mean? You can expect them to occasionally teleport very short distances and otherwise disregard certain laws of physics. No matter, if you have deft hands you can take out even the most elusive of foes. You have some extra combat powers coming to you shortly, but for now, rely on quick fingers and plenty of slashing. If you find yourself getting wonked on too much, you can retreat down the hall, where you'll find a fountain. Drink up and heal so you can return to the battle. After the battle is won, a cutscene shows you step into a mysterious pillar of light. You have yourself a vision, which shows what you'll need to do in an upcoming puzzle. Of course, we'll give you the full skinny, but anyone wanting to try to get through puzzles on their own should always take note of their visions. You can also save here, and you definitely want to do that. To the left of the fiery light, you'll see some rubble that appears to be blocking a door. However, if you get closer you'll find that you can actually get past the rubble on the right and move into the next section. There's a girl you have to go after, so get on after her. Your pursuit is cut off by some falling debris. Don't worry, you're gonna find that girl. Take the door to the right to enter a new puzzle room. You need to get to the floor, but dropping down from the broken stairs will only get you dead. Instead, run along the wall to bridge the gap between the two sections of stairs. Once on the ground, you can find the retrieve underneath the staircase. Move along the ruined staircase to the back wall. There are several horizontal bars in front of you. Jump to grab the first. To swing, hold down the R1 button, and to release, press jump. You only need to swing once to gain enough momentum to leap to the next bar. Go from bar to bar and finally to the ledge. For a proper release, hit the X button when you've completed one revolution. You need to hold down the R1 button all the way through your release. Leap to the ledge and shimmy right, then get up onto the platform. Run along the wall to the left and move through the door when you reach the next platform. Once again the mysterious woman is cut off from you by falling rubble. Turn left, form the rubble to find another series of swinging bars. However, the first bar is too far to reach with a leap. Instead, wall run to the left and you'll automatically grab the bar when you reach it. Shimmy right to position yourself with the next bar and vault across. Continue in this manner until you are safely on the other side. There's a water fountain ahead if you've injured yourself, otherwise move into the next room, which promises more leaping and a little bit of combat. You can already see the creatures lurking below, but they aren't your first concern. You need a way down safely. Once again, the bar in front of you is too far to reach with a mere jump. Wall run to it, then swing from bar to bar until you reach the sliver of balcony still intact. More bars await. Wall run to reach the top bar. It's time to introduce a new element. You can drop down to a bar below you by hitting the circle button. Drop down until you reach the floor, then quickly draw your sword to take on the undead servants below. By now you should have a good grasp of combat, so keep on the move and take these enemies down. Towards the end of the fight you'll discover a new power. By using the dagger when your sand power is full, you can freeze an enemy in time. This frozen enemy can then be sliced in half with your sword. Next comes a slightly tricky puzzle. Move to the black corner of the room. There's a bar you can't quite jump to. Instead, run straight into the wall and then jump at the height of your run to vault backwards and catch the bar. Turn around on the bar by tapping up. Swing and jump. When you hit the wall, jump and you will spring back and grab the upper bar. Turn around on the bar, swing and release to grab the ledge. Climb up onto the ledge and then up through the hole to the room on the other side of the wall. Walkthrough, Part 4. Had I really seen her? Save 3. From the save point, take a right and head down the hall, past the water fountain. Slash the bench blocking the doorway. Inside, go right to find another retrieve. Do a U-turn and you'll see a bar for swinging positioned past the entrance. There's a path you can use up above. To get up to the bar, run straight into the wall crowned with rubble and jump at your peak. Once you're on the bar, turn around and swing to the opening. The small opening opens up to a perilous drop. Tiptoe carefully to the edge against the far wall and drop to the step below, then head through the hole on the left. If you're curious what's down on the floor below, you'll get there soon enough. Follow the hallway around the bend and into the darkness. You come out in a fantasy world, a realm, apparently, available only in your mind. Run along the bridge and drink the water. Fortunately, you're not in Tijuana and the water is just fine to drink. In fact, it increases your health meter. When you return to reality, you're back to where you first entered that hole, but now the hole is gone. Wah! It's time to make your way down. Run along the wall to the right. You're now on top of the ledge. Drop down the steps into the room below. Wall run over the hole in the floor and grab the retrieve on the other side. It's time to get even lower, so drop down the steps. A cutscene cues and you finally meet up with the beautiful lass who's already captured your heart. Unfortunately, giant scarabs break up the party. You promise to meet up with her again. Scarabs. Why did it have to be scarabs? Scarabs are not like typical creatures of the sand. You don't have to stake them with your dagger to dissolve them, you just need to give a few good whacks with your sword. Scarabs are only tough if you let yourself get surrounded. They have a big tail for their main attack as their wings will flutter before they shoot forward. Anytime you see fluttering wings, leap behind the scarab and strike. There's a water fountain in the back of the room to refresh yourself after the battle. Take the door to the left first and follow the path to another retrieve, then return and take the other door to enjoy another puzzle room. This large bedroom has a complex series of puzzles. To get into the room, leap across the first gap. Take a good look at your surroundings and then run down the hallway to the right. This leads you onto the outdoor balcony, where you witness a flying hourglass. Okay. Guess someone drank too much of the special Kool-Aid at the office party. The path ahead crumbles before you can set foot across. Make a full wall run to the other side and enter the bedroom once more. You now must contend with a series of columns you must leap from. Jump onto the first available column, which happens to be on right next to you. Position yourself so your back is to the next column off to the right and jump. Make your way around the columns until you reach a stubby column. There's a very short platform to the right. Jump to the ledge and drop down to the platform below. Here comes the tricky part. You must run along the wall and then leap to the column in the distance. Here's the easy part. Run until you reach the column's shadow on the wall, then jump. You'll be lined up perfectly with the column and make the grab with no problem. Slide down the column and slice up the 2 scarabs with no problem. If your meter is full, you should see a message about slowing time. Essentially, you can tap the rewind button to temporarily slow time during combat. Be sure to grab that retrieve, which is in plain sight. You can't miss it. When you're ready, move towards the right-hand wall. You must once again run the length of the wall and leap towards a column. And, once again, the shadow of the column on the wall is your jumping point. Move from that column to the next, making your way over to the remains of the 2nd floor. Near the column you just dropped down from, there's a pillar of broken stone in the corner. Run up the side of the stone to grab the top and then pull yourself up. It's time for more death-defying feats. There is a horizontal bar that should now be in your field of vision. To get to it, run up the final length of the pillar and jump backwards. Once you have hold of the bar, swing to the next bar and then to the platform beyond. From that platform, turn to face where you just were. Say hello to the bars that helped you out, then jump the small gap to the column on the other side. Move to the broken column at the end of the platform, grabbing the retrieve along your way. Climb the broken column and leap to the next piece and then the next. There's a platform against the wall, jump to it. Now you need to get down without breaking your neck. Walk to the edge of the platform and hold down the circle button, which will let you drop and grab the side of the platform. Shimmy left and you'll automatically grab onto the left against the wall. From here you can drop down safely to the floor below, where a couple of scarabs await. But this platforming puzzle has not yet been fully solved. Follow the wall to find another series of bars you can swing from. These, however, can be reached with a jump. Swing to the next platform, where a pair of giant scarabs await. Aren't these bugs sick of being squashed yet? Kill them and then complete your final leap. Go to the railing and leap over it. You'll grab onto the edge. Shimmy to position yourself with the column rising from the floor. Jump to it, then slide down. Finally, you are on the ground. Your stay on the ground floor will not be a pleasant one, however, as numerous enemies attack. Fortunately, there is a drinking fountain nearby where you can replenish your strength, even mid-battle. As you fight, keep in mind that this is a large room and you don't have to stay in one spot. Move around to separate your enemies and avoid being surrounded. Just because you have defeated every enemy in sight does not mean the battle is over. Until you see the cutscene showing you sheath your blades, there are still baddies around, so stay sharp. Once every enemy is eliminated, a save point appears. Grab the retrieve in the corner of the room first, then run to the save point and have yourself a vision.